Welcome back, everybody. Just really quick note, I uploaded a video today, Wednesday, so yesterday by the time you're seeing this, of this right here. It's an unboxing of the Olight S1R2 baton. It's a brand new flashlight. It's not out yet. It comes out tomorrow, Friday, and it's on sale. So if you buy one, you get 25% off. If you buy two, you get 30% off. If you spend over $99, you can actually get an H05 headlamp for free. And I'm also giving one away, so there's a link in the description of this video and the other video. If you click through, you can sign up to be entered to win one of these flashlights. But also, this is the last time you'll see this set. I'm finally gonna fix this. It's gonna look totally different. There are some videos I've already recorded, like the unboxings of some Kaiser knives. This is the Feist and the Sheepdog, as well as some Tangram knives. I've also got another unboxing, several unboxings really, that I've shot and haven't uploaded. But this is the last time I'll be filming with this setup, and I'm so excited to be setting up something a little more productive and better, getting rid of these ugly green walls. So I'm taking a few days off, but the next video I will be making, the next video on the channel, will be the EDC Weekly next week, and everything will look different. But with that said, this video is brought to you by Rovivon. If you don't know who Rovivon is, they make these super small, super bright flashlights. I've been carrying one personally for several months now, every single day, and I love it. It's very, very small. It puts out 550 lumens. It comes in aluminum, polycarbonate, stainless steel, titanium, and there's one in a luminous body that also has a side light that's either in red signal light or a UV light. So really, really cool. If you want to see more about them, click the links in the description down below, and if you buy one, use my coupon code BESTDAMNEDC, and you'll get 10% off your purchase. Let's get into the EDC Weekly. This week is Leatherman, because I know a lot of you like Leatherman. I love Leatherman. We all carry Leatherman, or at least have one that we have in our truck or on our desk or somewhere. Leatherman is synonymous with EDC, so here is an ode to Leatherman. So we're gonna start this one off strong, one with a name that I'm not even gonna try to pronounce. Not even gonna try, it's just right here. But he has one of the best Leathermans out there, one of my favorites, but he has it in the model that I wish I had. He has the Leatherman Signal, and he has it in the Damascus steel blade, and it's just really, really nice. So, like I said, first up, the Leatherman here in this picture is the Leatherman Signal with the TTC Damascus blade. He also has a copper Zippo for his lighter of choice, and inside that there's a Thunderbird butane insert. He carries a Streamlight MicroStream USB as his flashlight of choice, and he also has a Fisher Space Pen bullet. His wallet of choice is the recycled Firefighter Combat Sergeant in veg tan, and he has a Leatherman style PS, so 2 Leathermans for the price of 1, and he finally has his car keys with what he calls copper bling on them. So that's a pretty simple setup, pretty minimal, not super, super minimal. There are 2 multi-tools here, but he says, I use the Signal for all the heavy tasks. Used to only carry a knife, but I was missing the other tools, and Signal fits the bill. Flashlight because winter is coming, Zippo for the same reason, and I really like putting stuff on fire. I can totally be on board with that. I am so ready to go camping. Wallet has all the cards I need, plus a few band-aids and some Write in the Rain paper. I used to carry a notebook, but it was too much bulk. Only need a few pages to write stuff down. And a Leatherman style PS for some small tasks and when I'm not allowed to carry a blade. There you go. I don't know much about those copper beads. I'm actually looking to get more beads. I can't afford something like combat beads or $80 a bead. I understand they're handmade and then the man puts a lot of work into them, but $80 for a bead, I can't. That's too rich for my blood. So I'm looking for cheaper, cool bead options, and maybe I'll do a video on that at some point so you can get some cool beads for your lanyards. And yeah, I am gonna be doing a video on lanyards, how to make them and what they're for. My time is gonna be opening up soon, and there is gonna be a ton of different stuff here on the channel. I'm so pumped for it. Anyway, thank you for your submission. I still can't say your name, but you have a second entry into this month's giveaway. The next submission comes from Greg Howard. He is a longtime supporter, very active. Thank you for all your interaction and support, Greg. If I've missed you in the past, there's just so many submissions, and I have to say, we've set some records this month. 1 in traffic, but 2 in the number of submissions. We're over 330 submissions now. The most previously was 250, I think 220, something like that. So we've blown the doors off that, so thank you guys. First up, he has a Write in the Rain pocket notebook in a Write in the Rain cover, and his pen of choice is the Fisher Space Pen Bullet in X-Mark version. The watch that he wears is a Citizen EcoDrive Titanium. The model number is BM7170-53L. That'll be linked below just in case you can't remember that model number. His flashlight that he uses is the Olight M2R Warrior, and the feature here, the Leatherman Wave. This is the older version. There is now a plus version. The only difference really is that the blades inside the pliers for the wire cutters are replaceable. On the plus, they're not. On the old version, that was one of the most requested features. Next up, there is a Travex Ascent wallet in all black, and he carries a gil-tek ruck in aluminum black Cerakoted. Finally, he has a Galaxy S7 Edge, and that was used to take the picture. Really cool. It's a black and silver EDC. It's themed really, really well. Other than the X-Mark version of the Space Pen Pullet, the watch, and the Travex wallet, these are all things that I've used and I like. Greg says, "Hey Taylor, been a big fan of your channels for a while. Always excited to get notifications of new content. Glad to hear it. This is my black and silver EDC. Everything has its place in my pockets and use in my hands. I wanted to thank you for introducing me to the ruck. It replaced my folding knife in my pocket since I use it mainly for opening packages and such. I still have a decent blade in my wave. God forbid I would need to use it defensively. My first line of defense is my Olight M2R Warrior. This thing is blinding. I use it every day in lower power modes if I need to look for something, but it's great in cases of tactical necessity as well. I decided to get the Travex Ascent due to the minimal size, comfort, and convenient nylon pull tab. Been in love with it ever since. The Right in the Rain pouch, notepad, and space pen are great for jotting down notes, lists, and forget-me-not items. Old school still holds its ground. Thank you again for your content. It's great to see the variety in the EDC community. Best of luck as you transition to full-time EDC. Carry on." Thank you so, so much. And yeah, there's not much I can add here that you haven't already said. All these things are great. Most of these are proven pieces of EDC gear. And yeah, glad I could introduce a lot of you guys to the ruck. I've been looking through all the submissions, and there are so many gil-tek rucks, and I know that he's still back ordered, and that's a good thing. That's a good thing all around. So glad you guys like the ruck so much. Anyway, thank you, Greg. You now have a second entry into this month's giveaway. All right, this next submission comes from someone who was featured the first time I ever did the EDC Weekly back on the other channel, and he's been trying hard to get featured, and I had to do it. I had to give it to him because he's clearly shown support for the things that I've featured here on the channel, and I don't know if that's from me. I don't know if I can take credit for that, but there are some things I think I can take credit for here. But this is from William Mohr. He's here on YouTube at Hard City Raindrops. But first up here, we have a G-Shock GW M5610 atomic solar watch. He says that's the original 1986 design. Next up is the Schweet Leatherworks multi-tool and Olight sheath. And inside that, he carries a Leatherman Surge, as well as an Olight S1 mini baton. He also carries a Brassworks pry tool, and he has a lug and jotter notepad, and he writes in that with a Fisher space pen. He carries both of those in a recycled firefighter notepad holder, and then his knife of choice is the Spyderco Paramilitary 2, and he also carries two gil-tek rucks, one in black, one in orange, both Cerakoted aluminum, and he says that's because of Halloween. Underneath those two blades, there is also a TBC map Hank. And there you go. And if I were to take any credit for anything there, I'd say it's Brassworks and gil-tek. Really cool EDC. I like all of this stuff here. Not quite sure why you're carrying two rucks, but you know what? I'm not gonna ask too many questions. I like the rest of the stuff here. And it's nice to see a Leatherman Surge. That's a pretty big multi-tool. If I'm not mistaken, it's quite a bit bigger than the Leatherman Wave, a little heavier too. He says, "This is my newest work EDC setup. I paint big trucks. I'm also a YouTuber like you and an artist, so it's important I always have a notepad and pen. The Fisher Space Pen isn't my go-to drawing pen, but it works. I'm always drawing and coming up with ideas. My Olight I use when I have to paint frames or do pre-checks for trucks, 18-wheelers. Anybody who has a CDL knows you need one of those. The pry tool and multi-tool I use no lie 7 times a day for just about everything. I carry the Paramilitary 2 because it's awesome and fun to play with. The rucks are what I usually use to cut things. Black and orange because Halloween time, and the black one goes on my keychain. The orange one goes in that leather sheath that holds my multi-tool and Olight. I use the Hank to wipe my runny nose. LOL. Thank you, Will. Again, really nice EDC. I like all this, and I'm kind of jealous of your Brassworks pry bar. I've been looking at those and I've missed them several times now, because he's just so swamped right now. I think he's making some really cool custom Swiss Army knives. John, that is, Brassworks. Anyway, thank you again. You now have a second entry into this month's giveaway. The fourth and final featured EDC this week is from Manelic Valtierrez, I believe. You can find him over on Instagram at _Menelik. So first up here, we have a Gerber EAB light version. And he also has the feature multi-tool of choice here is the Leatherman Wave Plus. His wallet is the Alexander McQueen card holder, and he wears an Apple Watch Series 3 with the original wrist strap on it. His phone of choice is the iPhone 8 Plus, and he has a Crag Hill keyring, and on that, there's a Leatherman style PS as well as a Nitei's doohickey multi-tool. He has a hitch and timber proper slip, and inside that he carries a Victorinox Cadet as well as a Fisher Space Pen bullet in brass. And finally, he has a Bic lighter, which he notes is not because he smokes. He does not smoke, but he still carries a lighter. And Alex says, I use all of these items at work. I'm a warehouse lead, so all my tools are necessary for my position. The Gerber EAB for cutting boxes and wrap off pallets. My Leatherman I use maybe once or twice a day and depends on my duties for the day, but it has come in handy plenty of times. My wallet is very slim and it's held itself down the last 2 years and does the job. The Crag Hill keyring is amazing and it's better than any keyring I've ever had so far. I've just started carrying the Style PS for about a week, and I've only used the scissors and Nitei's I've had for over a year, and it comes in handy as a pry bar and also a bottle opener. The hitch and timber proper slip is exactly what I wanted to carry around my Cadet. I use the Cadet as just an extra blade, and the bullet space pen I use daily for paperwork, and I use the Bic lighter for anything. Really nice setup. I like the picture too. The setup on the stump or the log is really nice, but it's a mostly black and silver EDC, but you got some brass and gold and brown in there, but yeah, I like it, and I'm really starting to fall in love with these hitch and timber organizers. I don't have mine on me, but I've been carrying the Card Caddy since it arrived, and I'm in love. I added a Cadet to it as well, and I'm carrying my Space Pen in it, but yeah, really like it. Hitch and timber is top notch. Anyway, thank you for sharing. You now have a second entry into this month's giveaway. And now, because you guys liked it so much last week, these are the honorable mentions that didn't necessarily fit into the Leatherman theme. Some of them did, but these are the ones that just stood out to me this week that didn't get featured. So the first is from Danny Sue. He may have been in the honorable mentions last week, I don't know. So in this picture, you've got a wind tape keychain, which is a tape measure, the Mech Army keychain USB rechargeable light, a Leatherman Micro, which is a very, very small Leatherman multi-tool. He has a key bar with the Meg nut attached to it. That's a magnetic quick release. He also has an EDC D25C flashlight, and he says all the stuff I carry on my belt attached to a daily working basis. Very useful stuff. Very, very minimal setup from Danny, and I just like it. It's all silver except for the Micro, and I think it's really, really well done. So thanks for sharing, and you now have a second entry into this month's giveaway. The next honorable mention is from Daniel Barnard. This one also features a Leatherman Wave. The reason this one jumped out at me is because it's got an LTE hotspot. That's something I haven't seen in the EDC Weekly before, as well as an insulin pen. That's real. That's real. Somebody's got to carry that. That's got to be in the EDC. And yeah, like I said last time, I like those real elements. So thank you, Daniel. Next up is from Colby Smith. This one jumped out because of the leather and that brass element, that keychain I like, but also the gear caddy or the wallet that's there. I just like the look of it. So it jumped out at me, and there's also a gil-tek ruck, so props to you. Next up is Adrian DeLoera. No idea how to pronounce that, but this one, I don't know why this one jumped out at me. Like right off the bat, I don't know. It's just unique. It's not something you see every day. That knife, I'm not even familiar with. The knife is a Ferrum Forge Mass Drop version gent in black. So yeah, I haven't seen that knife before. I've actually seen two Ferrum Forges for the first time this week. So that's really neat. The next one actually also has a Ferrum Forge, or the one after the next one. And that Seiko, that's a really nice Seiko. I like that. So really cool. It's nice to see an i3T EOS. And that wallet, I've never seen that wallet before either. What's that? Decadent Minimalist Wallet Clone. So it's not really an actual Decadent wallet, but it's a clone. So very nice EDC, I like it. Next up is Josh Hurt. And I had to feature this one just because this one came from the Discord. So if you don't know, there's a Discord server for the channel. You can find the link down below, but we chat in there. It's something, but it's fun. And he said he was going to submit his EDC and he was going to include a tamale. We called his bluff and he did it. So here you go. This is an EDC with a tamale in it. I don't have much else to say, but of course there are some other cool things here, like the Paramilitary 2, very, very popular knife. He's got the CRKT Viva, that's the pry bar pocket dangler. It's kind of a multi-tool of sorts. He has a VanQuest Vault 2.0, which is his wallet, I'm assuming. Glock 43 and a generic holster, an Ola S1R baton. He has a G-Shock GW M5610 watch, a Wazoo survival gear bushcraft necklace, and finally a pork and green chili tamale. Nice. Thanks, Josh. Next up is a submission from David Langston. I shared this one on Instagram the other day. It's actually the most popular thing I've ever shared on Instagram ever. So thanks for letting me share this, David. The ferrum forge in this picture is the Fortis 2.0, and it's been customized with custom anodization on the scales and with the bead in the lanyard. He has a Big Idea Design titanium pocket tool, the Das of Fenimare gun deck wallet, which I said is one of my favorite wallets. I've also got that titanium pocket hanger, which is nice, and that's also a nice Seiko. So there you go. And he said he got the case that's featured here, the Nomad case, based on the wallet that I unboxed a while back. I actually love these Nomad cases. They're really, if you want a leather case for your iPhone, Nomad makes the best. Just putting that out there. So the final honorable mention this week comes from Cody Coyote. He's Coyote Workshop over on Instagram. He's been featured several times here by other people. His gear has it, I should say. And he makes some really cool leather stuff. It's very, very customized, very unique, and articulate. Very, very, very meticulous leatherwork, and I like it a lot. There's a slip that he had on his Instagram that I thought was just really, really cool. It's the Custom Viking Scuba Steve slip. It's neat. It's really, really cool. I would rock that in a heartbeat. The knife there, the butterfly knife, is the Jerry Hom Rhapsody prototype. Jerry says 1, 3, or 4, he can't remember. Accompanied with a Coyote Workshop slip, also a prototype, the first pattern cut. The Gremlin is a Zerk Gremlin from FJ Designs with a Coyote Workshop skull slip. The brass scuba diver is an FS Chubby Scuba Steve from Indy Vasquez, the kingpin of Underwater Drinking Team. Floral leather sip, also Coyote Workshop. Slip joint knife is the highly sought after Great Eastern Cutlery in number 85 with canvas micarta. The handkerchief is also a Coyote Workshop creation. The bolt pin is a TI bolt from Brian Folhelter with a custom Damascus clip from Nath Customs, Nath Customs, and a custom sleeve, also from Coyote Workshop. So it's a lot of custom stuff here. He's repping the community. I love to see that, and I'm happy to promote him. So everybody featured in this video gets a second entry, and thank you all for submitting, and continue to do so because the giveaway this month is really, really awesome. We've got a Griffin pocket tool, a Big Idea Designs titanium pocket tool, a Hitch and Timber Runt, a Yellow Birch Outfitters pocket organizer, a Rovivon Aurora A5, that's the luminous body, and a KeySmart Rugged. So go to edcw.co, submit your EDC, and be sure to follow all of those brands on Instagram. Everything is linked down below, and you're entered to win. And if you get featured in a future video or on Instagram, you get a second entry. And don't forget about the Olight giveaway. That's something totally separate. It's also linked down below and linked on the other video. Go check that video out. So once again, thank you. If you found this video helpful and you enjoyed it, be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to see more stuff like this in the future. I upload these videos every single Thursday and many, many other videos throughout the week. And hit that notification bell so you're notified when I upload new videos. Be sure to follow us around the web. You can find us on Twitter and Instagram at BestDamnEDC. You can find me, Taylor Martin, on Twitter and Instagram at Casper Tech. And until next time, carry on.